Hey, what's up guys? Adam here. So it's Monday evening. I wanted to just update on where I'm at with the application and to share some of the work that I've done over the weekends. So this is a diary entry. Anyone tuning into this video, what you will see is my update from this last weekend. It was actually a family weekend, but I will share with you some of the hours I was able to get in, the work I was able to accomplish, both on a technical side, as well as I worked on some of the branding for Heartbeat and what I'm up to today, this evening. So here goes. Right now what I'm doing in Cursor, I'll start with that, what we're doing at this moment. One thing I noticed is I have an insurance document here. So just this evening, I've been testing different types of invoices to scan them to see how the system processes it. And what I'm realizing is an invoice bill that has a minimum amount due, that has fees due, that is actually a payment plan. This is a specific type of use case that we need to design for, build around. And then, for example, account numbers. You might have an account number on an invoice. You have a prior balance. You have payments received. These are data points that you probably want to collect or keep track of in your invoice application, specifically if it's utility bills, it's longer term, monthly installments. That's this particular use case. The other one is your utility bill, your internet bill, your gas and electricity that have account numbers, specific contacts, and additional account notes that might be important. Also, I was thinking usually these invoices have the methods to pay, though we're not yet set up to be able to push or send payments. Maybe there's ways we can create easy access for someone to be able to easily pay them. So if someone scans it on one side, employee scans it, the owner sees it, they have access to the contact details on how to carry out the payment. And this is really the very narrow use case is people that are manually handling these payments, soon to be emailed or electronically paid as well. The other thing is documents up more than one page. I didn't count for that. So right now, if you scan it, after the first scan, it starts processing. So for multi-scan, so we need to build in a logic that's going to be able to support or be able to sense when the second page is going to be scanned. So it's maybe like a timer, it times out. So we open up a window there. I'm going to find out technically what it is in just a few, but that's a couple use cases. This is an example. What I did over the last weekend, I'm just going to go ahead and push send here. This is actually working on what I just worked on. Let's just see what it's doing here. It's classification system, 5 document types, utility, insurance, vendor, supplier, professional services, other keywords based on with confidence levels, 200 plus industry specific keywords for accurate detection. So right now we're updating the OCR document, if I'm not mistaken, the index TS, which is the document that is our intelligent document classification engine. So that's what that does. Fancy word, but what that's doing, I think, is building in the logic for once the image is captured and the image is being translated into text, then we need a software, we need a logic to be able to classify or determine what that invoice is, what to do with that text that was just scanned. So that's what that does. What did I do for the website? So this is Heartbeat right here in front of me. Let me minimize the window behind it. So mobile view, because we're building mobile first. So basically what I do over the weekend, I refined some of the messaging, refined the logo from a heart to, which was like the default it gave me, to an H symbol. There was a couple that I created with AI, but I liked this one the most. It almost looked, it's imperfect. It sort of has like an elemental, like a clay pottery type look, which I kind of like. And then it has this gradient, which is cool for now. I don't know, maybe later we'll change this. Maybe it's just one solid color. Maybe I'm kind of digging green, blue. I think that's really nice there, but also as a composition, all those colors, rainbow-ish. It has a nice pastel tone to it, so it looks kind of cool for now. We might, who knows, that might get changed in the very near future. All right, so jumping in, demo data here, guys. So whatever you see here is just a test. What I did here was try to simplify the home screen UI. So when you log into the site, it is very clear, clean. You got that. So if you want to view your bills, you can view your bills. You can record payments. I added search here. I added filtering. Vendor page is being updated. Actually, that's how I like to work on this. It's just to balance out the page a little bit more. I feel like we got a lot going on here. We have multiple colors. There's the hierarchy of elements just doesn't seem balanced. It's really putting a lot of weight here, but your actually vendors are tucked below the fold. So I think there's maybe more of an efficient way to make maybe these smaller and be able to, once you click, open up and show you or display it on like a graph, how many vendors you have. That's maybe not that important of information. You can have that just tucked away somewhere smaller. Actually, we have that here. So this is probably irrelevant. And I'm still evaluating what fields might be important and just how to display them. But I think if we just deleted the top and just pull this up and had search vendors, maybe right underneath the heading text, probably just be enough. And then the way these are displayed in these, I'm using the word capsule, but they sort of like cards. It's kind of elegant, but it is clunky. Right now we have 3, but when we have 30 or 300, theoretically, probably we need to just make that a little bit simpler. What I did create was a list view though. That was my first effort at this, is creating a list view, which is a little bit more standard. I think there's just some playing around we got to do with color hierarchy, text hierarchy, etc. And what else did I do? I moved search, I added search functionality, which the logic is still being developed, but I think if you test it, it works. Like I searched up UP and I think I found, no, actually, maybe it's not totally working, but I added this here. So it's easy. I feel like this is a little bit more important than home because most people just want to go, you want to get the answer to what you want, right? Rather than going to a navigation menu and navigating, you just want to search and get what you want. And the ethos of this application is simplicity, ease of use. You want to get where you want in very small order, the way you want it, whether it's text, voice, etc. So I digress. That's what I did over the weekend into today. The other thing is I added this sort of hovering button. Soon to depreciate this one. Different use cases here. This one takes you to 2 options, so you can upload. Basically, it's not photo. Actually, we're going to do PDFs. This needs to be updated too. We actually do PDFs, but we're going to be able to upload a PDF. So if you're on your computer, tablet, you can upload, or just go straight to camera. And right now, camera just opens up my downloads. And then on mobile, if you click this is going to open, just triggers your camera right away. I would like to, still figuring this part out, but I will probably in a day, I'll have that worked out. I already have a couple ideas what to do there. Probably just turn this from a camera into or maybe just move this functionality into home. We actually have scan invoice, we have view vendors. So maybe this, instead of scanning, scan is here, uploads here. So you just go to home to carry out the same tasks. All right, that is pretty much it. I want to fix the search here. Again, built this search sort of UI. It needs to be fully connected, and we need to make sure that it's got a proper logic set up. I kind of like this sort of filtering. I've got to take care of some of this padding, and that's it, guys. That's my diary entry for today. I'm just working on getting the different use cases of invoices that rolling and work on that for this week. I'll polish up the UI. I hope by the end of the week I can have this as an MVP and hopefully start asking my local coffee shop vendors, my local coffee shop, bakery, my favorite couple restaurants in town, sushi, Latin restaurants, also a Turkish restaurant. I love Mediterranean food, so I have a lot of Turkish restaurants in our neighborhood. So hopefully get this in the hands of people before 4th of July. 7 days till July, 8 days till July, so it's right around the corner. I think we got this. Thanks, guys. This is it. I'll see you on the next one. Appreciate you tuning in. And by the way, I'd realized my last videos I had the Zoom turned on. I recently started using this new app for recording these screen shares, and I realized that it was continually zooming wherever I put my mouse, which was jarring and dizzying to say the least. I'm having a lot of fun, guys. I really recommend anyone that has an idea to really use these tools. I'm using Cursor, a little bit of ChatGPT, and Cursor is using Claude 4, Sonnet. I'm using that currently, and it's just like amazing what I can do. I've written over 10,000 lines of code. Well, AI has written 10,000 lines of code with my prompting. I've been able to build an application that has a server, that has like a database layer, a front end, and a UI that doesn't look like crap. So it's not great, but this is the experiment here, is to be able to take an idea, bring it into the real world, and figure out what it takes to create something that is actually meaningful. In the context of this product, it's creating something that's a painkiller. And I hope you can create a painkiller as well by using AI tools, talking to customers, and building a network. And that's it. Thank you guys. I'll see you in the next one.